Everyone, we're going to be doing an airflow test with the Dyson Slim Ball Multifloor. Already set up. Let's go. 2,120, not too shabby at all. Let's see what we get from the hose. Yep, that's on. Probably be a pretty similar number, I have to say. All right. Let's reset. And here we go. Well, exactly the same as the floor. So that means that you should be getting the same amount of airflow and, of course, suction power at the cleaner head as you're getting out of the hose, because as you saw, that number was the same, which is pretty cool. In some vacuums, Shark will say strongest suction at the hose. You don't clean your floor with the hose, you clean your floor with the cleaner head. So 200 air watts at the hose and 50 at the cleaner head, whatever. It's the same here as it is up here. So anyway, some people ask me why I bought another Dyson. Well, there's a reason. Consistency. I'm sick of vacuums that have some major flaw. Either what's in the design, the production, something that makes me just hate it. Take, I don't know, the Shark, for example. How it did okay, but the seals were so cheap that it leaked dust everywhere. Bad design, I'm not keeping it. I can't say anything about the Auric because that wasn't Auric's fault. That was someone's fault, I'm not sure. Take the Samsung cordless, for example. That thing had battery overheating issues. So many vacuums I've liked so much about them, but then they just crush it by having something that goes wrong. Take the Hoover, what was that one? The high performance swivel, where I loved it, performed great, and you find that the HEPA filter's leaking and spraying dirt back in your air. Come on. You couldn't notice that during testing? Do you not, like, pre-test your machine before shipping it off to people? And it's annoying after a while, because then when I get a bad vacuum like this, one that's either dissatisfied with, especially an expensive one, or just have some major problem, I have to go back to the store, or return it, or deal with customer service, which sometimes isn't nice. Like, the customer service is fine with Hoover and Bissell, it just takes tons of time that I shouldn't be needing to spend if they would just make a machine that works right. And that's why I like Dyson so much, because they do just everything well. They don't have some big weird design choice or issue that causes me to just not like them. They just do everything well. They may not be the cheapest vacuum out there, and they're not. They're not marketed as the cheapest vacuum out there. They're marketed as a higher end product. And they are. They don't cost thousands of dollars though. You can pick one of these up for like $300. Less in my case. Link in the description. But they just work. I never had a Dyson just beside upright, not the cordless. Even though my V7, great vacuum, update video coming soon. V10, great vacuum, update video coming soon. But we're talking upright vacuums here in canisters. Just, they work. They clean perfectly well, better than most machines. Their filtration is great. It's just that they work. They do everything you could want them to well and consistently. They don't have some big issue with them that makes me not be able to recommend it. Even if I like a lot of other things about it, there's just something that the designers chose that makes me hate it. And this Dyson just doesn't do that. And I like that. Because sometimes there are vacuums that I want to recommend, but either the price is too high for what you get, the warranty is too short, or something. And that is why I like Dyson. Not because I'm paid by them. Trust me, I'm not. I've bought every Dyson that I own. Every single one. I am not sponsored by Dyson. I would tell you if I was. I wish. That would be great. But I'm not. So all these reviews are based off of my use of Dyson's vacuums in my house, on my dirt. I've been using Dyson vacuums for 10 years now, maybe even more. I got my first Dyson in like 2009, I want to say, something like that. Simply put, a long time ago. So overall, yeah, that is why I recommend Dysons. And as I said, they're not a budget brand, but they offer good value. The perception of value, and a lot of people think, is get the cheapest item possible. That is not what value is for. Value is getting the most for the least. The most product and the best product for the least amount of money. The best bang for your buck. Like a lot of people recommend me trying $1,000+ vacuums. I'm not going to buy that. It's just simple. I'm not going to buy a Rainbow. I'm not going to buy a Kirby. They're just for the 0.001% who are willing to spend that much on a vacuum. Most people just aren't going to do that. And I'm not going to either. That's just too much money. No, even if I had that money, I sure wouldn't spend it on a vacuum. Because you don't need to. It may be 5% better at one thing or a couple things than the Dyson. But it's 10 times the price. 10 times the price for a smidge more performance isn't value. You want to buy what you need, get the best you can for the best price, and not pay for extra stuff that you just don't need. Case point, Kirby's. Sure, they work fine. Okay, they do a great job, but they're so expensive, and you're paying for, they come with like a spray painter, I'm pretty sure, a carpet shampooer, a floor buffer. Just no one does that stuff anymore. You buy a vacuum because you want a vacuum. And a lot of people just don't use those tools, and they're just paying thousands of dollars for stuff that you just don't need. And that's just my thought. Is that get what works for you. I recommend Dysons because they work for me. They might not work for everyone, but I've used them on different floors, different dirt, and they've done great every time. Consistency. That is what I like to see. They all do a great job, no matter what model you get, from the small ball to the Animal 2. Huge to tiny, they all do a great job, just like this one does. And that is why I recommend them. As I said, not because I'm sponsored by Dyson, because they work. That is all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed this quick vacuum rant. I'm just kidding. This quick vacuum talk. And I will see you next time. There will be a carpet cleaning video coming soon when I make sure that the cat's butthole problems are finished. Anyway, goodbye. Goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you soon.